Hello and welcome to episode 79 of the DaebakCast. This is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. This week we have 1/3 album reviews, kind of, depending on how you consider it.
Yeah.
It's kind of three, I guess.
It's going to be three topics,
albums.
so it's three reviews.
Yeah, so 3 mini albums. SHINee episode, so look forward to that. Then after that, we're going to be ranking our top 10 singles of the year so far. So, yeah. Without further ado, as always, I'm joined by Nate.
Still, I have romantic in my heart. I just got my SHINee light stick today. It was perfect timing.
Yeah, official Shawwell status.
It is the official SHINee light stick. So I'm very happy. As always, join our Discord and our Facebook group and our eventual Reddit that we'll never set up because we're really bad at doing things like that.
And Discord is lit. Seriously.
But yeah, come hang out in Discord. It's pretty active. If you're a new listener because you checked us out after the Kevin episode or whatever, yeah, just come talk to us, talk to the rest of our fans.
Yep, come on there, tell us why we're horrible people.
Yeah, exactly. we're very active, and we will tell you why you're wrong that you think we're horrible people.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, also as always, I'm joined by Andrew, who usually has 3 things.
So, I ordered this like a month ago, but it is the 50-second single of AKB48, also known as Teacher, and it's backwards
Teacher.
It's backwards on this thing, whatever. Anyway, so I have fallen into a deep hole, and I don't think I can get out. So basically, how AKB48 albums work is they release like 3 or 4 or 5 different versions, and it's like so. What they do with each of the singles is each of the different versions comes with a different B-side track.
That's so evil.
So basically how they do it is like there's one main single, which is like the main group, another one which is like another group, and then because you know how like AKB has like 5 different groups inside of it, or like 5 different teams or whatever.
Yeah.
So they'll have like one B-side or one version will have this like Team K, and then the other version will have Team 8, the other version will have Team A, and basically, yeah, you if you want every single version, you have to buy all 4, or like physically, you have to buy all 4 or 5.
How much does each single cost?
It's like, I don't know, it was like, I bought it off their official store, it was like $20, but it...
Or in Japan, it's probably $10.
Yeah, it's probably cheap, and what makes it even worse... They have this special theater edition with a special B-side track that you can only get if you go to the AKB theater, or if you go to the SKE theater. Like if you go to any of like the group theaters, they have a special version that you can only get there.
I want to see the library of the world's biggest AKB fan.
They probably have.
Did you see like all of their singles?
No. Haven't you heard of those stories? Because remember, each of these CDs comes with either like for the election, it's either a voting like code or it's an event.
Oh yeah, the people who buy like 100 of them.
Yeah, there's people that buy like 1,000 CDs and they just leave them all on the ground. That's why, like, at least like,
God.
Yeah, I mean, the
so
market's kind of flooded.
All you have to do is just go next to the store and wait for somebody to buy those, and then pick
basically.
One up.
Yeah, because I'm not that interested in meeting them as much as I am in actually collecting the CDs. So
yeah.
That'll be a nice thing if we actually get to go to the AKB like the theater and then just get to buy a theater edition of the CDs.
Yeah, while we're over in the east, the far east.
Number 2,
Land of the Rising Sun.
Yep, yeah. Land of the Rising Sun.
Japan.
Number 2, sorry England, you kind of choked it away in extra time there. Oh no. Yeah, sorry, football's not coming home. But hey, it's nice to see a tiny country like Croatia is in the World Cup final. That's crazy. So I honestly I don't care who wins between them or France. It's gonna be an awesome final. Just in general, this World Cup's been amazing. Definitely like it's the most exciting World Cup that I've been following as long as I've been following soccer. And number 3, last night from when I recorded this, I saw GOT7, and it was amazing. And Jackson took his shirt off, and Bam Bam flipped the water bottle.
I did see the flipping the water bottle clip.
Oh yes, is that the one you said was the best performance of the night?
Yeah.
I was wondering what was even going on in that video.
No, he flipped the water bottle and it landed straight up.
Because they basically, like, they're walking off as, like, there's, like, oh, it's a goodbye and everything. They finish the encore, and it's like, oh, wait. He got every single camera person to focus on him, and he's like, I have to do this before I leave. He flips the water bottle, he lands it, and then Jackson just takes all of and just pours it on himself. They're so extra. Oh, man. And also, like, it's
One
like,
in America.
the green, like the sea of green light sticks was incredible. And remember, keep in mind, this is a Wednesday night, like I guess it's summer, but yeah, it was like a Wednesday night, and like there's a lot of people, like it sold out basically. So it got 7. I mean, I saw them in 2016 at the PlayStation Theater, and now to see them in Barclays Center was pretty awesome, just to see like how big they've gotten now. So, and that wraps up my 3 things.
Yes.
Sorry, it may have looked like I wasn't paying attention, but I'm doing something special for topic 4.
Okay. Why are you doing it now?
Because I needed preparation. Okay.
All right. So, anyways,
you'll be happy.
I'm Jacob. # no blow note, and we can get right into the reviews.
Yes, I'm good now.
Nate, if you can multitask.
I'm good now. No, we're all set. Once we get to topic 4, you'll see what the hell I was doing. Okay. Topic 1 is SHINee, The Story of Light, Episode 1, or EP.1, depending on how they wanted to abbreviate it. I don't know which one it's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know
if it's it just says EP, or it just says like EP, but who knows. Just as a preface for this, I'm not going to be scoring this album just because I feel like I don't think I could really give like a critical or objective review on this, because yeah, I mean, like, obviously in the aftermath of Junghyun's passing, it's still kind of hits way too close to home for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love the album, obviously, but and I'm not gonna give it like a perfect score or whatever. But yeah, I just didn't want to give like a official like number grade to it. You guys are still gonna rate it though, so I mean, you'll just give it a SHINee anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's SHINee gets to SHINee, so
it'd be a travesty if we didn't give them. So anyway,
okay. First song is All Day, All Night. And it's got super funky synth bass line, and like crazy instrumentals. Like the chorus is like super busy for this song, and there's like just all these weird sound effects throughout the song. Also, I thought it did a really good job of using like stereo, because there are a couple parts where they used it pretty well. I liked it.
This song is actually, out of all 3 album, or all 3 like minis, this is probably my favorite.
Oh really?
Yeah, because this is basically,
it's definitely hype.
It's basically what Jonghyun was doing on She Is, like the future bass type of sound.
Definitely his style.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, ever since I heard that, I was like, I was always wondering how it'd sound like with the rest of SHINee, and like, yeah, my suspicions were correct. It sounds amazing with the whole group. I mean, it's a very interesting mix hearing like future bass like this, but with like the typical sort of like SHINee, like heavy group vocalization harmony type of thing, but works very well. I was surprised at like how much I like this. Like honestly, I wish this was a single. Like I wish it could totally be a single. I think the entire first album you could put. You can make singles out of, and just like,
probably like literally any song on all 3.
That's true.
Yeah, in my opinion, I could go for any of them. Yeah, to be honest.
But another thing that was really interesting is that like each different album had sort of a different, I guess, genre. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like for I'll stick with this one. Yeah, this one is basically the electronic album, and that's how I basically sort of labeled it as a general sort of thing.
Yeah, the third one didn't as much. But, well, yeah, I guess it kind of...
First one,
First and the second one definitely
Episode 1 is electronic. Episode 2 is tropical. Episode 3 is ballad.
Well, yeah, Episode 3 is like R&B ballad mix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually really like this song. I like the beat. It's nice. It's fun. I also like that in the chorus, it's almost like they're shouting the chorus, which I thought was kind of fun. So... yeah, I like the song a lot.
That's kind of a thing that they repeated, or it was kind of a recurring thing. I don't know. I mean, SHINee's kind of known for like the whole group sort of thing,
chorus,
but I feel like
Well, I mean, that's kind of something they share with SNSD, is that like one of their big like trademarks is the group vocals.
Yeah, and I mean, it kind of feels like that's sort of a conscious decision for them to sort of rely on that because they're missing someone. So yeah, they kind of have to make up for the vocals anyway. And I'm surprised. Yeah. Or I'm actually just really interested to like in the background of because the production of this album because they were. It's no surprise that they were probably working on this before Jonghyun passed. So it's interesting to see, or it'll be interesting to see like just how much like it took for them to sort of like rearrange the songs with 4 members in mind, or just like redo line distribution and all that sort of stuff. Because I'm sure they had a lot of this done already. Because I know they were supposed to come back a lot sooner than like June. If I remember correctly.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we might have mentioned this during the Jonghyun special episode, but I think that they were talking. We might have been talking about how there were rumors that they were supposed to like debut like before not debut. They were supposed to have a new album come back like early.
I don't remember, but I know that we already knew about Jonghyun's album coming out.
Yeah, that was
that we knew.
Like
about.
that was like we were getting like announcements and stuff about it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but again, I'm just surprised that they were able to pull all of this off despite like the circumstances and in such short notice, especially.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of this stuff was already worked on. They just had to rearrange lines and stuff. Next we have "Good Evening," which is the title track. This is very much reminiscent of "View." Maybe a little more melancholy version of it, I feel like. I really like the drop because the verses are really minimalist, and then the drop really adds a lot to it. I also think the rap bridge might be like one of their best bridges. Like it's really good.
Like SHINee and rapping, you don't really think.
Like Minho's not known for being a rap god.
Yeah,
but it's pretty good in this song.
Yeah. I thought the choreo is really good. It's definitely very inspired by Move. You could tell like Taemin had a lot of input into it.
Most of it's chair choreography. I love Brave Girls. I'm just glad nobody fell off the chair or anything.
They're not wearing heels like Brave Girls.
That's true, but I mean, like there's that one part where they step on top of it. I'm like, oh no, please.
Yeah. And then for the music video, I thought it was a more creative version of box sets. With like a mixture of like woods, them like running through some woods. So I thought it was a good MV.
I was surprised this wasn't done by London Noise because it sounded.
Honestly, I figured it was like when I listened to it, but it was somebody else.
Yeah, it was done by a different production team. I forget. Oh, it's somewhere in the.
It's like a ton of people.
One of those like 80 people produced the song.
Yeah, so it's interesting that you mentioned View because I got a lot of like Four Walls vibes from this. So again, like we were talking about the panel where like it was supposed to be switched around.
Ryan John.
Yeah, so
everyone's just like, what?
So again, I enjoyed this song.
That might be our most interacted with tweet ever.
Yeah, because freaking Jeff Benjamin blew us up. So
yeah, exactly.
So again. Anything electronic, especially from SHINee, I'm gonna love. Like "View" is one of my favorite songs from them. So again, I like the more electronic take that they're having on just the entire sort of album because like it's interesting to see how you can get different sort of sounds from SHINee, or when they kind of go like, cause they had like the retro one, like they had like retro on One of One, and then like "View" with like odd, like they. It's interesting to see how they're able to sort of like morph that sound into sort of, I guess, different time periods, I guess. And I mean, I'd actually say that could apply to the albums as well, because I mean, I'd say maybe like 1 and 2 are a bit more modern, and I feels like the third one's a lot more like throwback, back to the roots. Yeah, definitely. So again, it's so interesting to see just like the progression of their sound. Like obviously SHINee in 2018 sounds nothing like they did like back like in the early like 2000s, like the late like imagine that group trying to do that now. So yeah, obviously I love
they'd kill it.
And I guess just sort of speaking on like the imagery of the music video, like all the music videos, like I think just the motif that they have is like the fox, like you see it on the album covers.
It's on the album cover too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe it's like sort of representation of Jonghyun or something like that, because it's sort of like they're sort of following him in like the second music video that they release or whatever. I don't know. It's just an interesting motif that they're sort of bringing along with it. And also there's like one scene where they had like the screenshot I have is they have like an empty chair for him or whatever. So yeah, like they played a lot with the imagery of the music video.
Yeah, and they do that through all three.
So for me, I think this actually is probably my favorite song out of everything, other than maybe another one. But I definitely think they chose the right title track for this because it's fun. It's a nice dance track. I actually like the music video a lot for it, even though it's it's pretty basic SM or whatever, old SM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think it's actually refreshing nowadays because they don't do it anymore.
Exactly. We like it when they go back to it because it's like the nostalgia.
It's so funny because way back when everyone used to just roast the hell out of SM for having box set every time.
The box, yeah.
Those were good days. But I really like this song. I think the chorus is super catchy with the Teriroga or the Negeroga. I like that part. So
it's actually funny. Slight spoilers. This makes my top 10, but it's not even. It's my third favorite song on this album. So, like, that's how good and how much I love this album. Like all the songs on these albums is like if our top 10 wasn't just singles, like it would probably be all SHINee album tracks or like more than half SHINee album tracks. Next is my actual favorite song on this album, Undercover. It's just this really low-key electronica song. I'm gonna steal Jacob's synesthesia for a second, and it's like you're like underwater, like going through molasses. It's just like this very slow, relaxing.
Yeah, because they got like the
sound.
heavy lo-fi sort of thing going on. Like the all of these sound effects are filtered, so it sounds a bit muffled.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, if I were to do the synesthesia thing, it'd be like very small waves crashing.
Crashing exactly.
over.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, I loved this song. It's just so interesting sounding and relaxing at the same time.
It's an interesting mix of sort of deep house elements with future bass in the chorus, and then kind of like the sort of like drum beats, kind of very Latin inspired, just sort of like short staccato like hits and that sort of thing. So obviously future bass, gotta love this song. Love the echoey sort of soundscape that they build for this track. Again, another song that I feel could have been a music video for it. So yeah.
Yep. This is I'm gonna just say this about everything pretty much. Like this is another one I really liked a lot. But the beat in this actually really stood out to me. Thought it sounded pretty interesting. Like it's weird because it sounds like I've heard it somewhere before. At the same time, it feels new. It's kind of like a weird feeling, I guess. I don't know, but I really like the boop 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 boo.
I think the mix of familiarity and just like unfamiliarity is that we're used to like the style of chorus that SHINee does. It's just not necessarily in the context of like this type of, again, this is the stuff that Jonghyun was doing before he had a chance to bring it into like the fold with SHINee. Like they're progressing towards this. Like with View definitely was like a step towards that. So
View and
I mean, Married to the Music.
Tell me what to do kind of was as well.
Yeah. So they were taking steps toward this. So you can definitely, you could definitely see like follow the progression that they were making in terms of this style of music.
Yep. Next is Jump, cover of the Van Halen song.
That's one.
But no, this is like an upbeat house song. I really like the vocals. There's like a lot of different techniques and like vocal effects that they use throughout the song that made them like really stand out in my opinion. Also in the Jump on You part they use vocal fry and I was very happy.
Oh my god. You and vocal fry.
Jump.
Well, because he jumps on you, like the way Key says you, he like uses vocal fry at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really imitate it as well.
But yeah,
I liked it.
This is another song I really enjoyed. Love the Deep House. I thought it was gonna be London. Where are they? Why aren't they working on SHINee? Like they were kind of synonymous with SHINee. It's at one point or another. So I guess, but yeah, it's very much like that. It's very much a Deep House type of track. So obviously, gotta enjoy it. Works well with it definitely. I'm surprised they didn't jump into Deep House like earlier than they did in their career, because it's very much married to the sort of like sound and image that they have. So yeah, it's a song that works perfectly. And again, another song that could totally be a title track or have an MV.
Yeah, I like my favorite part about this song was that they were like singing in a lower key than the other songs. I like that they're going with sort of more of like a lower aesthetic for their voices, which I think is kind of interesting as far as like, you know, mixing it up.
Yeah, just side note, I'm looking at London Noise's like credits, and they really haven't been doing much lately. They did like so many songs. Like in 2015 and 2016, they did like 50 songs, and then 2017 they did no total. 2017 they only did like 7 songs, and this year they've only done 2, which is Touch and Blackheart.
Weird.
Like, so I don't know why they just haven't been doing much lately.
London Noise, please hit us up. Tell us what you're doing.
Is that total, or is it like
this
just
is
K-pop?
K-pop?
Just K-pop.
Production, just K-pop, yeah. So they might just be doing.
Might
stuff
be doing other
of
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, no, they have a list here of others, and they haven't done anything since 2016. So unless this isn't as extensive as it should be,
or maybe they're
Wikipedia
producing
page.
An entire album for someone.
Yeah, I don't know. SNSD album.
Who knows? Yeah, a London Noise SNSD album. Let's do it.
Okay, moving on to You and I, or Annyeong.
It's a cover. Actually, no, it's a mashup of the Ailey, IU, Park Bomb.
There's so many
Bomb.
songs
Bomb.
with You and I would say IU is the one I think of when I hear You and I. But then also any song named Annyeong, which I'm sure there's a billion of.
Yeah, TTS is the one I think of there.
Yeah. But yeah, this is their ballad. It's like really minimalistic and dreamy. It's probably the second favorite song on the album, actually. But
the whole album
SHINee
or
ballads
the EP?
The EP. I did my favorites based on the EP. So for this one, for me, it goes Undercover, You and I, Good Evening, and then I didn't really choose the other two. But
okay.
But yeah, I liked it a lot.
Wait, so question.
What?
Do all of these EPs have a physical release, or are they doing?
Yes.
All three, there's a physical for each, and I'm sure there's going to be a bundle whenever they repackage it as one.
If they release the bundle, I'll buy that.
I think
and I'll also buy
I think it's going to be
time.
like it's going to be exactly like Misconceptions. Like they're going to do a repackaged bundle,
and it's going to
where
be
it'll just be the story of Light.
It's gonna make some really cool cover art or something,
And probably be like 20 songs or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, not much else to say.
That would make sense.
Not much else to say for me on this. Yeah, obviously, like very sort of chill ballady type track. I don't know. I'd say it's the only one that sort of stood out, or it's kind of like the black sheep among the other songs, just because they're like really super like electronic or like house, and then just ballad.
Yeah. This song I actually liked a lot. This would be one that I'm gonna put on my study playlist. So
okay, just chill out.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of their best ballads.
Oh, I think one of their best ballads is later, in album 3. But
yes.
Well, yeah. I don't know this. Yeah. So we good? Jacob, you good then?
Yep.
Okay. So rankings 10 out of 10. Easy.
Yep. 10 out of 10.
So
So we're good.
no further elaboration needed.
No.
I think everything
seriously,
about this
it's
album's
fantastic.
perfect.
If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it.
Considering this came out like a month ago.
I wouldn't listen to
more than a
each
month
EP
ago.
like I wouldn't listen to each EP like on their own. What I do is put all 3 of them in a playlist and listen to them in order.
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
listen to
actually,
all at the same time.
so like usually I listen to stuff when we're reviewing for the first time as I review it and like take notes. For this, I literally just put all 3 together on iTunes and did nothing. Like I didn't look at my phone. I just had my eyes closed the whole time and listened to all 3 in a row. And I thought that was a really good way to experience it. I just wanted my full attention to be on it. So yeah.
I tried looking into the lyrics just to see if there's anything more about the song, and I actually came out with some interesting things. So I thought that Daisy's rap part makes even less sense with the lyrics, because it was just the most generic like love stuff.